Let's start with a short meditation to center and to arrive mentally. Sit upright in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Keep your spine straight and your neck upright. Take a deep breath through the nose into your belly. Hold for a little while and breathe out through the open mouth. Put your attention on your breath. Don't concentrate or focus too hard. Don't strain. Just allow yourself to get calm and peaceful, to get out of your thoughts, to arrive mentally in the here and now. Observe emerging emotions, thoughts, pictures that come and go. Don't try to suppress anything. You are like a dispassionate observer. Just arrive in the here and now. And don't forget to smile to the outside and to your inside. At the end, put your awareness back to your body and your environment. Open very slowly your eyes. Take your time. ISHVARA PRANIDHANA, the fifth Niyama in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. ISHVARA Pranidhana means surrender to God, compliant surrender of the illusional sense of selfhood in favor of awakening to awareness and realization of transcendent realities. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 245, we can read, self-realization is perfected by devotional surrender to God. From the commentary of Roy Eugene Davis about ISHVARA Pranidhana. Because we are units of pure consciousness, and God is the cosmic unit of pure consciousness with attributes, surrendering our mistaken sense of self-identity is the immediate way to awaken to God realization. All other right endeavors should be known as preparatory practices. The fifth Niyama, ISHVARA Pranidhana, means surrender, Pranidhana, to God, Ishvara. It is the willing devotional renunciation of an egocentric consciousness, an illusory sense of duality, of being an independent being, of being separate and alone. It is the resolute abandonment of the illusion that one is the creator or cause, fueled by identification and entanglement with the temporary illusory delusions in the phenomenal world, and by attachments to thoughts about the past and future, to that which we are not. It is the willing, devotional surrender of an ego consciousness in favor of an awakening to pure self-consciousness and to transcendental realities, to self-realization and God-realization. Self-realization is perfected through a devoted surrender to God. Why? Well, self-realization is the realization and experience of one's true nature as a spiritual, immortal, conscious being. An egocentric consciousness, caused and nourished by identification and entanglements with transitory events of an illusory external world, and always subject to the influences of gunas and of karma, is constantly engaged in short-lived and transitory efforts to the purpose of avoiding pain and experiencing happiness. Considering only one's own perspective and view of things and events, seeing oneself at the center and benchmark, and considering one's own needs and interests as paramount, and putting oneself first, me first, characterizes an egocentric consciousness. To ask and observe who suffers or who experiences happiness, point to the body and the mind, to that which is not our true nature and essence. A devoted, unconditional and expectation-free surrender of the ego and the results and expectations of all actions will lead to liberation from attachments, entanglements, and identification with what one is not. It is not I who act, the little me, but God who acts through me, as me. That's why it is so helpful to surrender one's actions to the highest reality, to God, and to ask for His blessing for the success of useful work, and not to beg for a profitable or praiseworthy result. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done. In the book The Eternal Way, in the chapter The Yoga of Renunciation, Sutra 17 and 18, we can read, "Those who direct their attention to the Absolute, whose total awareness is absorbed in that, whose intent is to realize that, who aspire to that as the highest objective, whose faults and limitations have been removed by knowledge, awaken to full liberation from which there is not return. The discerning devotee sees the same supreme consciousness in all people and creatures without exception. Every sentient being, indeed all forms of expressions in nature, are, without exception, an expression of divine consciousness. All our actions, thoughts, words, and deeds, performed in the detached and sattvic state of consciousness, which are uplifting, supportive, and constructive, which are offered as an offering and service to creation, to Mother Earth, and to all living beings and expressions of nature, are an expression of devotion to God, are ISHVARA Pranidhana and Bhakti Yoga. We are immortal spiritual beings, forever pure, flawless and untouched, temporarily connected to the realm and field of nature. We express ourselves for a short period of time through a body, a mind, and a certain state of consciousness. We awaken to our true nature when we offer our little ego and our actions to God and His infinite expressions, and serve life in a purifying, clarifying, and uplifting way. In the book The Eternal Way, chapter The Yoga of Action, Sutra 27, we can read: actions of all kind are performed by the qualities, gunas, of nature. A person whose mind is confused by egoism, deluded self-sense, mistakenly thinks, I am the doer. God is around me, always. He expresses Himself through me, as me. I am never separate, because God is always there. Everything I do is my offering to God, who acts through me. All results of actions are an expression of divine consciousness. The following passage from the book A Master Guide to Meditation and Spiritual Growth expresses this in such a wonderful way. Whenever you feel alone or in need of anything, think or speak these words: here and now, God is. God is around me as a vibrant, living presence, and as me at my innermost level of being. God is the reality and sustenance of everything I see, touch, and relate to, moment to moment. Staying grounded in God while trying to fulfill worldly duties effectively and constructively can be a challenge, at least mentally and emotionally, right? We all are part of a global consciousness, and our mind and senses are constantly confronted with information, impressions, and impulses that trigger thoughts, emotions, fears, worries, and anxieties. It is of central importance to be and stay attuned to the highest reality, to maintain a connection to it, to anchor ourselves in it, and to live from it. Listening to or chanting spiritually uplifting songs or mantras, even during ordinary daily activities, can greatly facilitate and stabilize a connection and alignment with the highest reality as the mind is consciously directed towards sattvic states. When I listened to Swami Nirvanananda's songs for the first time on long car journeys, I felt completely refreshed and clear-headed, and had the impression that I didn't get tired. With such music in the background, even strenuous renovation work or unpleasant administrative tasks seemed easier and more entertaining. Paramahansa Yogananda's advice was, keep your mind attuned to me, and chanting will do 50% of the work when meditating. One of the most important mantras is the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, the great death-defeating mantra from the Rig Veda. It is an expression of complete devotion to Triyambakam, the three-eyed one, to Rudra, to Shiva, to God. The lyrics to the Mrityunjaya mantra is as follows. Om Triyambakam yayamahe Sukandim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva vandana Mrityurmukshimamamritat. The translation and meaning of the Mrityunjaya mantra. We worship the three-eyed one, Lord Shiva, who is fragrant and the increaser of nourishment. Like a cucumber is freed from its stem. May we be liberated from death, from bondage, but not from immortality, the divine. We are immortal, spiritual beings, forever pure, flawless and untouched, temporarily connected to the realm and field of nature, expressing ourselves for a short period of time through a body, a mind, and a certain state of consciousness, and awakening to our true nature, our pure essence, when our little ego is abundant and our actions are surrendered to God and deserve life in a purifying, clarifying, and elevating way. Use this technique of creative imagination to cultivate and realize the attitudes and behaviors of ISHVARA Pranidhana. Knowing that you are a spiritual being, superior to your mind and to mundane circumstances, do the following. Meditate at the beginning alone, in a quiet place. Sit upright on a chair, close your eyes and relax. Breathe 3 times deeply in and out. Concentrate on the area between the eyebrows and watch your breath. Don't try to control it. Just observe your breath. Feel the cool air while inhaling and the warm air when exhaling. If you like, you can use a mantra. When your mind is calm and your awareness is clear, vividly imagine that you are ISHVARA Pranidhana. You are surrendered in God. You are fully awakened to awareness and realization of transcendent realities. There is no need to use willpower. Remember Patanjali's Yoga Sutra about ISHVARA Pranidhana. Self-realization is perfected by devotional surrender to God. Clearly see yourself as this person who is fully established in ISHVARA Pranidhana, in complete surrender in God, in awakened awareness and realization of transcendent realities. And feel it at the deepest level of your being. Imagine and feel how you as this person will think. How do you speak? And how will you act? The feeling that you have should be of acceptance and gratitude rather than an emotion. Rest for a while in that awareness and feeling of accomplishment of ISHVARA Pranidhana. Now, bring your awareness back to your body and your circumstances. Take your time. And open very, very slowly your eyes. Maintain your clear awareness and feeling of accomplishment of ISHVARA Pranidhana after your practice session. Om.